Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is uh, September 13th, 2025, and isn't it an interesting time to be alive? If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast that is updated every Thursday. Check out the blog hellocupcakeitsme.com and make sure that you follow me on all the different social medias and check out my new TikTok Tuesdays over at TikTok. And if you want to check out my book, you can do so by going to cdsthebook.com. So, how is everyone? Um, there's been a lot of interesting things happening in the media and on social media the last few days, revolving around Charlie Kirk and his very public unaliving. And prior to prior to that incident, I knew absolutely nothing about him. And I will just say this. That's it. Okay. Sorry that his family will be affected by this, but outside of that, um, it's not going to change my viewpoint on gun laws. It's not going to change my opinion on anything else. Just cool. I try not to talk about politics or religion on this channel. You probably kind of have an idea where my political alliance lies. You would probably be pseudo right and be actually really interested into hearing those, but that's not what this is about. I'm not going to be some dude on the internet who's talking about my religious experiences or my political whatever, because at the end of the day, my politics and my religion are my own and have no sway on you, my neighbor, my family, nothing else. My family and my friends, they all know my political views. They all know my religious views. They all know pretty much everything there is to know about me. So that aside, uh, it has been a very ass-kicking week. And I have done something to anger whatever demon lives in my back, because it has just been kicking all of the ass that I have to offer it. So Monday I went out and I did a little over 2.5 mile walk. Tuesday I swam 1.5 miles, and then I did 30 sit-ups afterwards. Wednesday, I went to get up out of bed and my back was completely out of alignment. I think I slipped a disc or something, because this part right here is my upper body and this is my lower body. That's how it was. And when I planted my feet and straightened my spine, even though it hurt, I felt my body go and snap into place. And my God, that fucking hurt. I instant tears within the first 3 steps before I popped everything back into place. And thankfully I had my CBD stick, and I just took a tramadol and I rubbed my CBD stick all up and down my sciatica, across my back, down my sacrum. I got a hair in my nose right now, but I ran it across my lower back, my sacrum, down my thighs, down my glutes, and it was okay. Um, then Thursday, I got up out of bed again. This time my back was a little tweaked, but not as bad. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I know I have ge- degenerative disc disease or something like that. Yeah. And this is the first time that it's done that. But, I've been really pushing myself and swimming a mile a day, if not a little over a mile. I have completed my 5 mile challenge for the American Cancer Society. And I have since then logged over just over 20 miles for my fall 50 walking challenge with myadventurechallenge.com. I've been talking about it, myadventurechallenge.com. This is my little welcome letter and package. And so for those of you who may be new to my content or have only seen it like once or twice here or there, this adventure challenge through my adventure challenge is the fall 50. So from September 1st to October 31st, I have to walk 50 miles. And I think the fact that I'm at 20 something miles and it's only the 13th is pretty damn good. And tomorrow, I'm getting together with my niece and we are going to go spend the whole day shopping and just being city folk. And I expect to put some mileage on because that girl, she is freaking Moses when it comes to walking. She walks, she can walk 20 or 30 miles in a day and it not even really affect her. Like where she lives, she walks from her house to the trail, and that's about a mile, quarter mile, give or take. And then she'll walk from where she picks up the trail all the way out here to by my house, which is how far is that for her? That's about 7 miles. Then she'll turn around and she'll walk all the way back home. So by the time she gets back home, that's about 16 miles. And um, 16, 17 miles. Then she'll walk from where she lives to the other end of town. And we have some old military bunkers at the other end of town. And it's on top of this really big hill. She'll walk up the hill, walk all through the military bunkers, do all of that, walk all the way down through town and go up to our uptown, do some shopping up there, walk downtown, do some shopping down there, and then walk back to her house. And she showed me one day she had like, I want to say 23 or 24,000 steps. I was just like, Jesus, child, what the hell? Um, when she worked as a waitress, she would walk from her house to her job, and that was 4.5 miles one way. Be on her feet all day, walking all over, doing everything that a waitress does, and then walk home, then take her dog for a walk, and then just like I used to walk like that when I was younger before I got my car and stuff. But I I, I give it to her. She is amazing in how far she can and does walk in a day. So yeah, she's just like all over the place. But I I also want to ask her if she wants to do my big walk with me once I finally get to like that spot in my life. Like, you want to do that? And maybe it would be that we park her car a city away, and then we take the bus back to our place. And then that next day, we just go on and do it. And then once we get to her car, we can either come back home or continue on with the walk. Um, where I want to start my walk is about it's 9 miles from where I live currently. Part of the reason that I want to start my walking there is because there's no shoulder or no like real way to get from one part to the other part. And I don't want to walk on a road with no shoulder and it's mountainous and all that other stuff. So I want to be as careful and as cautious as probable without, without causing myself any duress. So I'm still planning to do that. I'm still trying to gear up for all that. And part of us going out tomorrow is to see if I can find a backpack that fits me and would be good. Of course, I'm going to be taking it with my current measurements and weight and all that other stuff. But for the most part, I'm just like, yeah, still gearing up for it, still working out. I can feel the muscles in my legs, like the fat is starting to go away. I'm feeling a lot more trim and thinner. I have not lost the weight that I thought that I did since my last weigh-in July. So according to the doctor scale yesterday, I've only lost about 6 pounds in a month. And I know that that's a really good number, and I'm having a lot of non-scale victories. So I'm happy with that. I mean, yesterday when I stepped on the scale and it said how much I weighed, I was pissed. It like threw me into an instant depression because I'm like, I am fucking killing myself with watching how I eat, watching when I eat, what I eat, doing all of this exercise and all this other shit. And you're going to tell me I've only lost 6 pounds? Like, fuck all the way off. But, I didn't put this weight on in a day. I'm not going to take it off in a day. And I have to remember that I am doing the work. And that as fat dissipates, muscle takes its place. And, I keep holding myself to a standard of what I used to be in like junior high. Like 6th grade, junior high, that whole because I went from 165 pounds to 300, 3 or 350 in like a summertime. And a lot of that was not eating properly. And I still believe that I have a hormonal imbalance that my doctors will not diagnose me or do the testing or any of that other shit. So it's like, whatever. And if I do it slowly and naturally, my skin should not look like a deflated balloon afterwards. I may have to have a tummy tuck when and if I get to that point of my life. And if that's the case, I'm going to contact the local university and see if they would do the skin removal surgery for free and donate the skin to burn victims so that they could use it for skin grafts or whatever else. Um, so that's my plan so far. In everything else that's going on, worked a little bit more on my book, or one of my books throughout the week. Haven't dedicated too much time to it this week, and I have been listening to two different books and enjoying the hell out of that. I'm listening to Anna Kendrick's "Scrappy Little Nobody." If you are a fan of hers, I highly suggest her book. It's freaking funny, and she reads it. The other book that I am listening to is Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. And then there is one other one that I am listening to that I think I'm going to stop because it's losing me. And it's Untouchable by Jane Ann Krentz. So, yeah. And yeah, I bought it at a library book sale. But yeah, I can't even describe this book. It's just all over the place. It's like a murder mystery, time traveling, like supernatural book, and it's it's honestly just lost me. It really has. Um, and then on my Kindle, I'm reading The Neverending Story, and there is a lot of typos and stuff in that book. And I don't know if it's that particular um, copy of the book or what it is, but there's some glaring typos and misspellings and stuff like that. So I don't feel too bad about my book because the editor didn't edit the book the way that they were supposed to. They only edited the first 200 or 300 pages, and they left some spelling mistakes in there or whatever else, and so it's okay. That's part of the reason I'm working on a version 2 is to try to correct those mistakes, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I'm not usually a reader. I do audiobooks a lot better than I do physical books because I am dyslexic. It takes me a long time to get through a book, but if I'm listening to it, then I can just focus on that book and kind of go from there. And I was gifted an Audible account a month or so ago, and that was like so awesome. And I had such a hard time deciding which book I wanted to get that I decided to go with Fried Green Tomatoes because I love that movie, and my God, the book is so much better. Um, and typically the book is better than the movie. There's been some occasions where the movie is better than the book, but uh, there's just so much more meat and potatoes to the whole Fried Green Tomato story and movie. Well, the movie, not the story that we got to watch. Um, it actually goes into the relationship between Ruth and Iggy, and talks more about Sipsy and Big George and um, Buddy Jr. and stuff like that. And Mrs. Couch, is her name Couch? Whoever Kathy Bates played, I can't think of the names right now, but um, yeah, it's amazing. So I highly recommend if you're looking for another book to read, Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe by Fanny Flagg. Um, really good. Movie wise, I've returned to Hogwarts. I am rewatching all of the Harry Potter movies right now. Last night I just finished The Prisoner of Azkaban. Tonight is going to be the Goblet of Fire, and then I the Order of the Phoenix, and then I may skip over Deathly Hallows 1 because I didn't like that movie at all. It just felt like a really, we're still here. It just felt so long and drawn out, and like 90% of it felt like it was filler. And then finish off with Deathly Hallows 2. And I don't know if I'm going to watch The Fantastic Beasts or The Secrets of Dumbledore. So I haven't made that decision yet. I may rewatch The Secrets of Dumbledore, but Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I don't know that I'm going to watch those. So, yeah. I don't like it when they make a movie and then they come out with a prequel. Like, I understand in some cases that's what they needed to do in order to establish the fan base, but it just seems like it was really, they should have worked it in a little bit better or differently. But I know people either hate or love J.K. Rowling, and I know she said some very transphobic things, and um, I don't appreciate her for that, but I appreciate her works. And if there was a way to consume the wizarding world of Harry Potter without it giving money to her, I would love to do that, but that's neither here nor there. Um, yeah. So I think that's it for now. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. And be safe this weekend. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. And remember that you are doing the best you can with what you have available to you. And in a world full of Karens, be somebody who cares in the world. So until next time, I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.